Have you ever wondered how your phone or tablet knows exactly where your finger is touching? It's pretty amazing when you think about it. You tap on a tiny app icon and somehow the screen knows that's exactly what you wanted to do. Today we're going to explore the fascinating science behind touchscreens and discover how this incredible technology works. By the end of this video, you'll understand the clever tricks that make your devices respond to your touch. Your touchscreen isn't just a regular screen. It has thousands of tiny invisible lines running across it in a grid pattern, kind of like a spider web you can't see. These lines are made of a special material that can carry electricity, and they're so thin that light can pass right through them. When you look at your screen, you're actually looking through this amazing grid without even knowing it's there. The grid is constantly sending tiny electrical signals back and forth, creating an invisible map that covers every inch of your screen. Here's something cool. Your body is actually full of electricity. Not the dangerous kind that comes from power outlets, but a gentle type of electricity that flows through your muscles and helps your brain send messages to different parts of your body. This means when you touch something, you can actually change the electrical signals around your finger. Your skin acts like a conductor, which is just a fancy word for something that electricity can flow through easily. This electrical property of your body is the key to how touchscreens can detect your finger. When you place your finger on the touchscreen, something interesting happens to those invisible electrical signals we talked about earlier. Your finger actually absorbs some of the electricity flowing through the grid lines, which changes the strength of the signals at that exact spot. It's like putting your hand in a flowing stream. The water has to go around your hand, changing the flow pattern. The touchscreen's computer brain is constantly measuring these electrical signals, and when it notices a change in the pattern, it knows exactly where your finger is touching. Once the touchscreen detects that electrical change, the computer inside your device gets to work like a super-fast detective. It looks at which grid lines had their signals changed and uses math to figure out the exact coordinates of where you touched. Think of it like a treasure map. If you know something happened at the intersection of lines 47 and 128, you can pinpoint exactly where that spot is on the screen. This whole process happens so quickly that it seems instant to us, but the computer is actually doing thousands of calculations every second. Modern touchscreens are even more amazing because they can track multiple touches at the same time. When you use two fingers to zoom in on a photo or play a game that requires multiple touches, the screen is detecting changes in electrical signals at several different locations simultaneously. The computer brain has to work extra hard to keep track of all these different touch points and figure out what you're trying to do with each finger. This is why you can pinch to zoom, rotate images with two fingers, or even play piano apps with multiple fingers at once. There are actually different ways to make touchscreens work, but the type we've been talking about is called capacitive technology, which is what most modern phones and tablets use. There's also an older type called resistive screens that work by detecting pressure when you push down on them. Capacitive screens are better because they're more sensitive, work with light touches, and can detect multiple fingers at once. They also stay clear and bright because they don't need extra layers that might make the screen look dim or blurry. Now you know why regular gloves don't work with touchscreens. They act like a barrier that blocks the electrical connection between your finger and the screen. When you wear gloves, your finger can't absorb those electrical signals because the glove material doesn't conduct electricity like your skin does. That's why they make special touchscreen gloves with conductive fingertips, or why some people use special stylus pens that can conduct electricity. Some newer phones are getting better at detecting touches through thin gloves, but they have to work much harder to sense those weaker electrical changes. What's the most creative way you've ever used a touchscreen? Maybe drawing, playing music, or solving puzzles? Share your favorite touchscreen activity in the comments.